Good morning, everybody. Running a little bit late today. Um, what is this? Yeah, sorry about that. We're running a little bit late today. Yeah, just had to take the wife to work, had to make a couple of stops, and then one thing after another. You know how it is, life gets in the way. But we're here and we're ready to get started on today's work because we're going to do some work today. We're going to continue on with a couple of things and we'll finish some stuff up as well. Before we get started, of course, big shout out to the GVO crew. If you want to become a member, link is in the description. Really appreciate you guys that have come aboard so far and those who continue right throughout the entire year. Guys, this is the best time to be a model railroader. There's so much stuff that's available and just the technology in general. Guys, get excited because this is going to be a good year. So we've got a bunch of people that are already here, already excited, already wanting to get to work and do some stuff. I did put the link in the chat there if you do want to come aboard and you want to join, if you're working on something, if you want to talk trains, link is there. Keep it train related, of course, but yeah. Big shout outs to everyone, all the early birds, Bubs, Wigwag, the plumber, New Haven and N Scale, Dwight Curley. How's it going, everybody? Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say, because it's it's after lunch now. So, but yeah. So today I am going to do just almost exactly like what I did on Thursday night. Thursday, I did my very first water pour on my layout, and I'm gonna top it up. I'm gonna add a bit more. I won't need to add coloring to it because it's just going to be the clear resin that I pour into that. And then we'll probably, get to work. I'll probably have to dim the camera for a second, depending on. I want to get this lake done, and that way, I can clean up the sections there, like take that styrene off the front and whatnot. It takes about 3 days for it to totally set. It would be exactly 72 hours if I hold off until I don't know, 8 o'clock, 8:30 tonight. But I'm here now, so I'm gonna mix up another batch, and I'm gonna pour that. Yeah, so some more people showing up today. Perry, how's it going? Trains by Perry. And we also had, I thought I said John, yes, John 2618, how's it going? And James Dundas Junction Model Railroad, how's it going? Welcome. And yeah, let's get started. I'll just put the link here if guys is getting. I think Bubs wanted to jump on. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna do this thing here, and eventually people will join. I need free hands for this, so I gotta put the microphone over here. Normally I have a set. Normally I use my portable cameras when I'm out here, but I can't have people join when I use those. So I've got my for the other room. Why wouldn't it be letting you in? That's odd. Try again, Brandon. Try again. Okay. I got another stir so I can, or a measuring cup, so I can put more resin into that. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly pour it out here, and then we'll get to stirring. Just give me a minute. Just going to bring this around this way so you can see what I'm doing here. Hey, Randall, how's it going? And Almar, how's it going? We're gonna do another layer. I'll call it a layer of resin. We're gonna pour some resin here in a minute. So just to kind of show you guys, if you missed Thursday, anyways, this is exactly what I did. This is kind of a recap for that, but also part 2, because I didn't make enough. So when I go to pour the next one, it's going to be a little bit deeper and it'll look good still. So you got your measuring cup. This is the stuff that I got. This is from Michael's. There you go, clear casting resin, Craft Smart, like 30 some odd dollars for something like this. You get 2 bottles. You get part A and part B. This is the resin and this is the hardening solution. When mixed together, you got about 30 minutes of work time, and then within 24 hours it's good, but you want to wait the 72 hours or equivalent to 3 days for it to fully set in place, because yeah, you can never be too sure. Now, I was very fortunate. Everybody was worried. I was worried, to say the least. Will there be any spills? Did anything leak? I can honestly say no. There was no leaks, no spills, no fuss, no anything like that. I poured it, it did its thing, and I could not be happier. With that, I also had mixed in some navy blue. I did about 12 drops for what I had mixed. Won't need to do that on the second one because it's okay if it's clear. The other stuff is blue. So just going to go and do that. Who makes the resin? Well, it's by Craft Smart. It's the Michael's brand. So this is not Woodland Scenics. This is just resin that you can go to your local craft store and buy. And then I did get the Woodland Scenics navy blue tint for the water. And then I also painted the bottom of the ocean, the lake, or whatever you want to call it. I painted the bottom of the lake. It was a hunter, and that's from Woodland Scenics as well. So a couple of different, depending on what colors you choose and whatnot, it will make a different look. And there's different looks that you can get depending on if it's like a pond, something a bit murkier, an ocean, which you'll have that deep blue. If it's more shallow, if it's, deeper, whatever. There's ways to do it. There's ways to go around it. If you want to see the full thing, check out my Third Rail Thursday from this past Thursday, which I think was the 12th. January 12th. Hey, Cloverdale Rail, how's it going? Cornell, how's it going? All right, and Trackside Mike. Here we go. You got it to work. Hey, Bubs.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, it was just causing me issues there. Like, it kept on asking me for passwords to log in, even though I was already logged in. I don't know why it was doing that.
Weird.
So I had to reset my password and everything.
All good. So while I'm doing this here, what are you working on today?
I'm working on the extension of that hobby shop.
Nice. So now you said that you had to pick up a couple of extra kits to do this. Are you able to share with us what kit you had to get?
Yeah, it's what they call the Pipe Stuff TriStar Industry.
Nice. Pike Stuff makes great kits.
They do. I saw that Perry said he got that last locomotive done for me, the last weathering job.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Cornell's saying anyone else bummed they are not getting their SD60? I would hold off on that because you still can. It's not. I don't want to totally get into it, but the only like there was only one shop that was making it sound like it was not going to happen. It's still going to happen. I'd give it a couple of weeks, but patience and whatnot. Just show them love, show them support because they need that. Just like any other company who might have an issue with a product. If you stick to it, then it'll come true and it'll be on your layout in no time. And I'm looking forward to getting mine. I've got a couple on order. Bubs has a couple on order as well. So
Yep.
we're very excited to still get ours. So
I've been waiting for this for a while now, so. Oh, what did Perry say? Dull coated added to 2521. Sweet. So she's got dull coat, not weathered yet.
It looks good though. I saw the pictures that you did of the Go unit or X Go unit that you had posted to Instagram. That looks great. Now I got to remember how much I did.
What, are you putting more resin in?
Yes. I'm gonna do that right now.
You said you put half a cup in of each.
Yeah. I think this cup looks a little different. Okay, yeah. So if it's a half a cup of that and then a cup of that, then okay. Yep, that's fair. I can do that.
Well, if you want, I'd say do a cup of one and a cup of another. That way, there you get a little bit more.
I'm not opposed to it because the amount that I put in was, I'm pretty sure it thinned out like a lot. So.
Yeah. Well, now I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff because that's 2 big jugs of it.
Oh, geez. You gonna make an ocean for us? You
I
might
don't
have to
know.
make an ocean.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it now because the park's done.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You might have to do another module and just make sure there's a huge section like 80% water. Like do a bridge
Jeez.
module. That would be sick. Do it like just a thin straight module like connectors with like a bridge going right across and then just water.
Oh, John got one. I think.
So most of the people that I've seen on YouTube that have gotten one said they worked perfectly fine. From what Randall was showing, he seems over the moon about it. But from what I've seen, it's just DC models that are a little jerky. And I've even seen it where somebody converted it from DC to DCC and it worked fine. But for a shop to go out on a whim without even discussing with Aurora, this is our thoughts, this is our feelings, and they just publicly, trash them and ridicule them, when they have sold many other products from many other manufacturers that have defects and whatnot in them without making a single peep. But specifically, Aurora, they're going after, which is definitely not cool. And it's, from a Canadian standpoint, being a Canadian company, leave them alone, let them do their thing. They'll fix it. I just don't like how everybody goes online and just starts trashing a company because there's a little defect. Give them time to work it out and they'll fix it. It's what Rapido did with the Manor cars. You gave them a couple of weeks and they already sent out a letter saying, look, if you have an issue with your shell, we'll make new ones, we'll put an order in, and we'll give you a new shell. They're making it right. So can't really complain if they're doing what they can to correct the issue.
No.
But people are so quick to, jump on the internet and talk some smack. So it only hurts the company. Like if they're making an amazing model, why would you put them down? Why would you try to ruin a business? Like you're not going to benefit from it at all. And clearly one of the shops now is not even going to get any of the models whatsoever. So how are they going to benefit from it? Not at all. So it pays to be kind, everybody. If you're kind, then good things will happen. And if not, then unfortunately, it'll come back and bite you in the butt.
Yep. Well, I saw something on Facebook there last night, and if you're having issues, there's also a CV correction, I guess Aurora put out as well, just to try it.
I'm not sure how accurate that is, though. Like, if you're just changing CVs, it doesn't change the gears. Does it just change the rotation speed or something?
I don't know, but it looks like they're saying that it's not a part issue. It actually could be an electronic issue.
Oh, I was under the assumption that it was like gears.
I would pull it up again, but we're working right now.
I'm too busy having fun.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to do a half a cup of each, which is what I did last time.
Okay.
So it'll equal a full cup, but unless I do more. No. I'm fine with a cup. Because it already looks like it's not super deep. It's just meant to look deep. And I'm okay with that.
I officially go back to work Monday.
Ew, work. I don't have a vacation until I believe May of this year, so
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So I've mixed both parts A and B.
Yeah.
And now I just got to stir it. Hey Siri. Set a 5-minute timer, please.
5 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. So I'm just mixing in both sets of mixture here, and I'm going to keep to the same exactly what I did last time. Just scraping around the corners, scraping the edges, making sure that it's all.
You're not going to brush it again, are you?
Why? It should level out. I don't think I'll need to, but if it looks like it's gathering in one area, I might have to, but I'll make sure that
it shouldn't have to. It should automatically settle, especially
should. Keyword should. But yeah, I know what you mean. It you don't want to stress the stuff at all, because then you're risking adding more bubbles and stuff like that, which is definitely a no-no. or at least what I refer to as a no-no. Wig. I say please to Siri too. I mean, it's just common courtesy. When the robots take over, you at least want to have a good rapport, right?
Oh,
I said please to Siri. Okay, you're off the hook.
it is cold, bright out, but it is cold out today from what I've been seeing on the temps.
Yeah, like out here, like it looks okay. Like it looks nice out, but then when you go outside, it's frigid.
Yeah, -14, but it feels like -20.
Yeah.
Right now, my wiring's getting done by my buddy there on my module.
Nice. So when is that going to be good to pick up?
It's an on-call thing.
Ah.
I thought I was going to bring it into the club next month to do, but I guess it may be ready to actually be some running done.
Sweet. It's odd because this time around I'm seeing a lot more bubbles than the first time. Now I don't know if that's just two mixing together and it's cloudy,
yeah,
or what.
Just keep it pouring. Just keep stirring. Don't stop.
Just keep stirring. Just keep stirring. I laughed. She laughed. Google laughed. Siri laughed. Hey Dan, how's it going? Hey Stormy, welcome. I am going to pour some more resin for my waterways up here, so that's going to be fun. And Brandon, or Bubs, he's working on a extension to a building. Let me get rid of this. Really?
Oh,
that was a
there you
5-minute
go.
timer?
There's your 5.
Dang. Okay. Well, let it be. Ugh. I guess I'm going to try to do this now with. Here we go. I'll move this, and you guys can watch from up top the little hill here. Perfect. So, like I said, with the fact that I didn't, whatchamacallit, what was I saying? I don't know. I didn't really. Oh yeah, well, I didn't really have any issues with the first one there, so I'm hoping this one is just as smooth.
Yeah. As long as you start from the top and then work your way down, it should be fine.
Should be.
Oh, it's spreading. Oh, Cornell was saying blow the dust off first if there's any dust.
I did a wipe off last night because I wanted to check to see if there like what it felt like, A, and B, like if it was good, like actually good. And it felt okay, so yeah, I did wipe off some of it with one of those, the same cloth that you would use for like a TV,
Yeah.
so you damage the screen, kind of like that.
Okay.
It's like a fiber cloth or something.
Yep. Microfiber.
Yeah.
In position. There we go.
I know this is going to probably upset you, but I do need to use a brush. I think what I'll do though, I've got a sponge one. The sponge might be a little bit better because it is softer technically.
Just be careful because the brush will sometimes actually leave bubbles. Okay, so that's right now. Now, Perry, that's his second measuring cup he bought from the dollar store. They're amazing to buy just randomly, like left, right, and center. So cheap.
I plan on making some cookies with that after. Resin cookies.
Ew.
Ew. Taste artsy. So yeah, it's smoothing out again, which is great. Or leveling out, I should say. You just got to push it into certain areas so that it feeds that way. But it will level out. Again, no bubbles, which is great.
I'm right now just trying to get these extra pieces lined up so that I got stronger corners.
It's funny because second layer of the whatchamacallit, the resin, it doesn't look like I've added a second layer of resin.
No, it won't, but it trust me, it will.
Yeah, it's probably got to dry and all that and settle. Oh, Randall's here. I didn't see you.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Randall.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Not too much.
You know.
Chilling.
Exactly.
There you go. Well, I've had kind of a busy day already.
Yeah.
Yeah, working the rail. Yeah, I'm an extra yard van today, so.
Nice. I'm just gonna go back up through the chat here quickly if I missed anything. Watching glue dry. That sounds about it.
Yeah, Dan, I'm gluing just basically extra polystyrene from the kit there for because it's what it says to actually do that.
Dan says mixing and pouring resin always makes him nervous. The first time he tried a little pond, it turned out more like a hot spring with bubbles throughout.
Huh.
Well, yeah, you got to be very careful with it.
Yeah, Perry said he used the Woodland Scenic water that you have to heat in an oven.
Oh.
That's weird because I got the realistic water from Woodland Scenics and I didn't have to use an oven.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's any benefits to that opposed to like the Woodland Scenics one or any of the other ones, but Dan wants to know what I use for my power tools. Those are actually also Woodland Scenics. So the smart, what they call the pre-wired telephone poles, and you get 4 in a pack, and they're pre-strung. It's a lot easier than making your own for sure. Kind of expensive. Like it's for a set of 4 with the wire, it's like $25 Canadian. So if you have to do a long area where you need a lot of telephone poles, then it'll add up, right?
Hmm.
Stormy likes the water scene. Thanks, Stormy. Perry said he used the Woodland Scenics water that you have to heat the. Yeah, there it is. I found the comment. Oh yeah, they were the pellets. So I'm not sure if that's still resin. Would you consider that resin if
I
it's
don't
a
know.
pellet that you heat up? I mean, they're always coming out with new ways. I feel like the water system that they have now is really good, especially with all the different colors and inks that you can use, opposed to going to a hobby store and trying to color match and guess basically. So they basically tell you it's right on the packaging now.
Yeah.
Hey Anthony, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Bubs is building. Randall's in the yard waiting for some traffic, and I just did another pour. Oh, there goes the Chevy, the red Chevy.
I might.
That ain't my red Chevy.
Hey,
That ain't my red Chevy.
hey Mystic, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Dan says a long time ago on his N scale layout, he used thread, which looks like thread. Years later, he got the advice to use wax or other substance to wet it to make it more solid. Yeah, I've seen different instances like that. Like, I don't know, it's tough. I like to have it look natural, but yeah, the string, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call, right? Because like I want to be able to like if I need to take the left part, to just take those out of there and then put them on the next layout, more or less. So if I have them all as a very stiff piece, then I'm not sure if it would ruin it or break it. Where this way I can just remove it and put it in a little safe wrapped box or something just to make sure it's damaged for the move. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Dan's saying that Randall needs a little train layout on the dashboard.
I don't think Roker would approve of that too good because um, they don't like you having stuff on the dash while you're driving down the road too much.
Really? No bobblehead, no nothing?
No, there's not any bobbleheads or anything on here. It's just pretty much a plain dash. The only thing it does have on the dash, you got your phone for your app. That's it.
Yeah, GPS kind of thing.
Yeah, and some of them don't even have it. This one here doesn't have it, but the mount's still there. So, and if you want to know how many miles we put on these suckers, this van we got that I'm in is we got back in late October, either October or November 2019, and this is how many miles it's got on it now.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
What year is that?
It's supposed to be when we got them, they were supposed to be like a 2020 model, but we actually got them in the fall of 2019. So,
okay.
But they were considered 2020 models, right? So
yeah, they hit
we
in the fall for the following year.
I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm just kind of having to balance it on the dash.
Hey, Boilermaker, how's it going? Yeah, Anthony, those are the Woodland Scenics.
But this van's kind of semi-retired right now. It's pretty much only used for the extra yard van and what we call short trips, meaning under no more than 30 miles. So.
Not too shabby. I think what I want to do is I want to go into my office and reset up my thing there. That way I can actually do some work. All I needed to do was pour my resin out here. So I'm going to drop myself down a minute while I relocate, and I'll be right.
All right.
All right. Let's see here.
I would say we could go by the scanner in case the train got closed, but here today the scanner hasn't been much help. They've just been showing up. So.
Oh, that's pretty. Well, I was in a snowstorm catching some trackside bed, and I was not able to catch anything during that storm, and the train came right on top of us.
Yeah.
At the crossing.
Well, we actually had a loaded coal train just a little bit ago, and then a northbound come as it milepost 335.1.
Okay.
And I think what they're getting ready to do, they're getting ready to put a double empty coal train together. So more than likely, there's going to be a second train behind that one. So I don't know where they're at,
but they're somewhere.
Yeah. Well, considering that southbound just left, I would say probably unless they're already up there, the furthest north that they're at is probably King's Siding, which is about 7 miles from here. Because there's no other sidings before they hit Thayer. So
yeah.
You can't see this. I wonder what that's from. I should really clean up things when I finish doing projects. I have a tendency to not clean, but I'm working on that.
That's my problem. I don't clean either.
It happens. You get wrapped up in all these, things and projects. Well, as soon as you're done one, it's on to the next one, right?
Yep.
Right. I did get another caboose in yesterday. I got one of those Train World exclusive cabooses or caboose, the BNSF 25th anniversary one.
Nice.
It's not a bad looking piece.
Okay, I'm back. I had to grab some stuff. Project stuff here. And the chat's too far away. I can't see. Okay. Here we go. All right.
Oh, he's bringing them out.
All right. Yeah, so actually, Bub's got me these. There's two of them. And it's just for loading, unloading. Probably loading, I think. Just loading. And I'm going to use them for my ethanol plant. I need to get a couple of these, a couple more actually, and then that way I can string a whole slew of them together. But I'm just going to do the two today, and then I'll add to it. Stuff seems very straightforward. There's legs, pipes, and walkway. There's some decals, but I have no idea where the actual decals would go because it's just a walkway. Randall, you'll have to give me a shout if you see a train coming, and I'll put you full screen, okay?
All right, yeah, sure.
Now, Randall, you have the SD60F, right?
That is correct.
And in your personal experience with the locomotive, because you probably had it for at least a week now, at least.
Yeah, I've had it for at least a week. I haven't had anything unusual going on with the engine. Well, I say that sometimes when I would turn it on, it wouldn't like respond to commands like turning on the headlights or anything. But I think that's a problem with the layout and not the locomotive, because some of my other engines have been acting up too that normally hadn't been. So, I've told this story on other streams, but the cats broke in the house and decided to wreak havoc on my layout. And I don't know if they've done something to it or what, but
they'll do that.
Things haven't been quite right with it. I may go around and clean the track on and see if that helps things. But we'll see. But as far as performance wise on the locomotive, I ain't experienced any unusual things happening to it. So.
Well, that's good. I know it's quite the worry with a lot of people right now. People, either refusing to, take their pre-order, or I've seen some people selling their units because of the fact that there is reported issues, which I think is crazy because it's just like, how many times I know it's happened with me where I'll buy a locomotive from whatever brand, and then it just stops working, or there might be issues with it, or complaints
I'll tell you,
from other people who've received this.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story, Chris. I went to a hobby shop. This is right after I got hired on here at Springfield. And they had a Kansas City Southern to Mexico SG-70As that I wanted. It was a Walther's mainline engine. So I went up there, got it, and sometime after that, the club had their October display, and I took it up there. The engine had never been run. I never took it out of the box or anything till then, and took it up there, sat on the club layout, turned the power on, it fried the electronics immediately.
Ooh.
Oof.
So I sent the engine back to Walther's. And to their credit, they fixed everything. They put a whole new drive line, whole new electronics, a new ESU look sound decoder in it, and everything. No charge except for the shipping. So
yeah,
and the engine's run great ever since. But I have experienced stuff like that with other companies, where there's been some issues. But I've been fairly lucky with Scale Trains. I haven't really had any problems with their stuff, and this Aurora Miniatures engine's the same way. I really haven't had many issues with that locomotive. Really hardly any issues. Like I said, I think the issues I'm experiencing are actually layout related, not related to the locomotive. But I'll go around if I ever get time enough. I'll clean the track, stick some of those stick another engine on and see what happens. But
yeah, like I just find that, like, with a lot of, because I've been buying locomotives for a long time, and
I'll be right back.
If I went off of what the internet told me as far as issues with certain locomotives, or don't buy from this manufacturer, I would have no trains whatsoever.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well leave the hobby. I mean,
that's right.
That's kind of a cold way of looking at things, but if you went by what all the people I think you froze up, Chris.
How's that better? Let me know.
You're still breaking up, but
am I back?
Yeah, let me feel my phone. Make sure it's not happening on my end. You know what? That's feeling pretty warm. Hang on just a second, Chris. I'm gonna put this in front of the vent. Let my phone cool off and see what that does. Because it may actually be on my end.
No worries. Things happen.
Yeah, it's already come back now. So.
I was gonna say, like, I buy a lot of Rapido stuff. Most of my stuff is Rapido, and as far as locomotives go, like, I have a bunch of these, which I didn't have any issues with any of them, but there was some people that had issues. It was the great the great tempo debacle of I don't know. I think that was before 2020, so at least 2019, where a lot of people had issues with the RS18. Mine was fine, but a lot of people had issues with their RS18. So, again, it's one of those things where, you either buy a locomotive and, if it happens, it happens, you get it fixed. And I mean, there's regular maintenance that happens with a lot of these locomotives anyways. But I think the thing that's dissatisfying is when you get something and right out of the box, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, think it's the worst thing ever. Like, I was really disappointed with my Bowser when I was trying to use it on a live and then it started smoking. But Bowser, as a company, they were really quick to rectify the situation. I do have to mail it off to them for them to fix. But does that mean I'm never going to buy a Bowser again? No, I'm definitely going to be buying a bunch more Bowsers because of how they run overall and how they work. I'm not going to go on message boards and be like, darn Bowser with their, stuff. It doesn't make sense. It's not helpful. It doesn't fix your issue, and it's not going to make it better. So,
right.
But I was very curious as to whether or not you had seen any issues with yours, and
so far mine is running really good, Chris.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of us that are just waiting for them to say, okay, now you can purchase it, and we're still going to buy it because we just really want it. And
like I said, maybe I've just been lucky and not been bit by having bad locomotives all the time. But like I said, mine's run good. It's performed well, so I'm still learning things about it. So
apparently, you could put a smoke unit in it.
Did you heard that you could add a smoke unit to it, right? Oh. You definitely know now.
Why not? It's got everything else.
That's true.
I told it was James Wright did a review on JLW 2000. He did a review on that engine, and I wrote in the comics section. I said I didn't know you could put a smoke unit in it, but I don't think I'll be doing that with mine. I don't want people driving by the house thinking my house is on fire. So,
yeah. Well.
And it's the same thing with the steam units from Rapido there, because they have steam generators, and I used to have one that actually made the steam, but because it directly goes onto the track, onto the rails, I'm more or less worried that it would cause issues with the running of the trains, opposed to it just being an aesthetic thing. So I ended up opting out and getting just one of the ones that makes the sound of a steam generator unit instead. But I do like the idea of like steam locomotives where it actually shoots the smoke upward. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, it adds that level of realism.
Right.
I don't know. Might just be me, but. Also, all the different flavors, or not flavor, but the different smells you can get. Which is really. Like, you can get one that smells like bacon.
Where's Dave? I was glad to see him last night online, doing a live.
Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. Yeah, because he had sent Mark and I a message, and he's like, "I'm thinking about doing a live," and we're just like, "Do it."
Wait, and, what?
then they said something about like a baseball game that's on currently, because you know how when we always overthink things like that, and I'm like, baseball, no one watches baseball. Just do it live. Mind you, lots of people do.
Baseball's not in season right now.
I don't know what sport it was. It was a sport of some sort. I don't know, but he was hesitant because of the fact that there was a sport. Dan had problems with a BLI engine, rewired his layout, still stalling out. Sent for service, they blamed loose wire. 9 months later, got back, and same thing. I can't afford that kind of experience. Never again with BLI.
Well, there you go. It's like some companies are just trying to.
It's tough. It's one of those things where if a company notices that there is a widespread issue, then they should be able to go online and address that issue without having, all the haters be like, without everyone being like, oh, you got an issue. It kind of reminds me of when the first Sonic movie came out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but when they added teeth to Sonic, the internet just trolled it like crazy and made fun of it. So then they eventually changed it.
Not just that, the eyes too.
I don't remember the eyes, but I do.
When I saw the first trailer, it was the eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know. I think that there's a certain level of power that I believe that the internet might have, or the people of the internet, where they feel that their opinion will matter. And, if they scream and cry about it, that, companies and whatnot will change it just so that they stop. So who knows? Because, I mean, it's gonna ruin a company one day, and it's gonna shut a company down. And it's not really fair to the company, if they only have so much control over the situation.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they're not going to do anything to fix it. You just got to give it time.
Well, yeah, like Rapido had issues with their motors, and they found out that there was an issue with the motor, and they put something out to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Their turbo train is a great example of that. One of their first locomotives, and the gearbox in the locomotive was garbage. They didn't recall them, but also no one went online and,
complained
for it. Yeah. They were just happy because they were able to get this model, and that was it. That's all that could be said. But they said, well, we will, make improvements, and we'll see to do this again in the future and make an even better one. And now they are, which is great. I mean, it's probably about like 15 to 20 years later, but hey. Still good.
Yep. I just have no words to say though about this one place that I did that to this company.
Yeah. Well, they'll be missing out. If anything, I feel bad for the people that shop through them, and then they'll either have to find one somewhere else. Hopefully those models get sent to another not manufacturer, but another shop, and then they have more units become available.
True.
Which will probably be the case because, I mean, I'm not sure how many that they were planning on getting, but it's usually in the range of 40 to 100 units.
Yep. Oh, well.
Que sera, sera.
Yep. Okay. Now to work on the roof.
Foosball. Probably the foosball championships were on last night.
Or Rocket League, maybe?
I don't know. Sidetrack says that he has a bunch of BLI steam locomotives, Paragon 2, Paragon 3. His cab forward has smoke, and it goes with a chuff. Ooh, those are really nice. And he bought them all used. Doesn't sound like he's had issues with them. But, I mean, I'm sure that if he had an issue, he's the kind of guy that could fix it as well as, he wouldn't have to send it off.
Yeah, but if a company, whoever said that with VLI, like how they were saying, oh, it's your fault and all that, like, come on. And yet people are still buying from them.
See, the thing with BLMI, from what I've seen, I would probably not buy a diesel from them, but I would buy a steam locomotive from them. But that's just me. But they never really make anything that I like. And when they did make an SD40 Ontario Northland, but they were lazy about it, and they just did it as a American unit. They didn't Canadianize it at all because they don't have that tooling. So it's just like taking an American unit, putting Ontario Northland on it, and saying, "Here you go, you're welcome." And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'll just wait for the Bowsers." So that's something that you can't really get around.
No.
I'm not going to buy an American unit that's not prototypical to a Canadian railroad, The only real issue Sidetracks had with the BLI was he had to factory reset on a CP Canadian Pacific. They put a reset button just for that.
Well,
was that
here's the thing about the BLI, those Canadian Pacific ones, those were actually Fubies, I believe.
Which ones?
I guess what he's saying about his diesel unit there, I guess he was saying it was a CP unit, but I'm pretty sure those were actually Fubies from Broadway Limited too. Because someone did a AC6000 in CP Rail, but CP Rail never had AC6000.
That I won't know. I mean, you would know. You know CP stuff. But... Hey, James, welcome back. it's odd because they make you put an extension on this pipe here, yet why are you putting an extension on this pipe? Why don't they just make the pipe an inch longer?
Unless that pipe is supposed to represent, say, a flexible hose.
Nope, nope. It's literally an extension. It's not lining up well.
Yeah, I'm having issues trying to line up the roof lines on this building. Oh. I got to hold it for a little bit because I can't use my spray to activate it.
I'm wondering if
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Ah.
oh, that could be because when you assemble them together, it'll basically go together in that sense.
Okay.
So that bridges them, I guess. That piping makes sense to me. Ooh. They definitely don't make that easy. Randall, are you still there?
You could be on silent mode right now.
He's not muted or anything. He's there. Well, no, because there was a question for him, so I wanted to address that.
Yeah, now let's try it.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I lost connection with the van, so I'm trying to get it back. So.
Ah.
Oh, okay. No worries.
And apparently it's not wanting to cooperate with me. So.
Boilermaker Rick wanted to know if you do just short trips or if you do long trips as well, or both, or.
We do both, short and long. We run basically. We run the gauntlet of the Thayer subdivision, which stretches from Springfield, Missouri to Memphis, Tennessee. Now we can't really do both locations at the same in one trip. We can either go from Thayer to Springfield or Thayer to Memphis. However, there are kind of extreme situations where they kind of where you kind of sort of do both in one day, but most of the time it's just either a Thayer to Memphis or a Thayer to Springfield at the max, and everywhere in between. So you might get a call where you go from Thayer to Wynn, which is about like this morning. That's about 21 miles one way to the North Switch, and then you might get trips where you go only 8 miles. So it just all depends.
Well, Trackside Mike went to the store to get some parts. HO scale parts?
I think he needed supplies.
Oh, dryer parts. Nope.
And train supplies. Yeah. I think it's about that time too, because I'm gonna have to get in some more static grass. And I plan on doing a tree comparison, so I want to order a few different trees from a few different manufacturers and definitely do a comparison just to see what's good. I like having options.
Doesn't everyone?
True.
Now, yesterday I went to the Sloan sand plant, which that's the first time I've been there in 2 years.
Where's that?
Is that a busy place?
That's just near That's just near Black Rock, Arkansas. It's the actual name of the place is called the American Silica Sand Plant, but they run. When I first started working there, they ran sand trains out of there, and these were basically unit trains of 2-bay hopper cars, generally with 4 to 5 motors on them, with two where you have 2 motors up front. Most of the time, it's 3 on the rear. So
sounds like almost like how the potash trains are.
Mm-hmm. But this last train, it was a little longer than what they normally put together. Usually, I think they say they're about right around 80 cars, but this train had about 100 on it. So, and basically the type of sand they haul, it's a really special type of sand. I don't really know what it's used for. I just know there's only like 3 or 4 places in the world that has it.
Maybe it's for making glass?
But I've actually held some of this sand in my hands. It doesn't feel like your typical sand. It almost feels like
a powder.
Oh, how's the best way I can explain it? It's I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that kinetic sand that kids play with.
Yeah.
That's almost what this stuff feels like, only it's pure white. It's white.
Neat.
But that's usually a good day if you can get a trip down there. So.
Okay. I don't know if you were talking there or Randall, half of your speech there, you were talking and we didn't hear you.
Oh, well, I was just saying that that train, the sand it carries is a white color, but it's like that kinetic sand. I don't know if you guys caught that part or not, but
yeah, I heard that part, but then all of a sudden I saw something and it was like muted.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they started running this train north. I don't know exactly where it goes to, but here these past several trips they've been starting to run these sand trains north towards Springfield. So, it was pretty good. It's usually a pretty good day to assist that train. You can probably get 7 hours out of that day, so it's a good day.
Oh, nice.
Hang on just a second.
Oh. Like we got something coming.
I gotta go make a run to the hotel. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Alrighty.
All right. We'll drop them down for a minute there.
Yep. Whoops. Trying to put the roof on and it collapsed on me.
thing with whatchamacallit, a kit like this is that there are a lot of little parts. And it's all piping.
Yeah, that's how some of my grain bin pipes are. I haven't touched that yet.
I built
I
one
won't
of
touch
these.
that until I. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to touch the pipes on my for my grain bin tower until I get the grain bins actually on a solid base.
Yeah, so you know where all the pipes are going, basically.
Yeah, and that way there I don't have to take all the individual pipes off. I'll be able to put that whole structure into a box. Yeah, this is part of the addition there, Mike.
16, 17, 18.
Mm.
These were 16.
Okay, there's that. Well, like I said there, Mike, this may not be a hobby shop, this building as well. Like I said, it's something I'm building, part of the hobby shop kit. It's more like a kit bash for me.
He doesn't want to tell us.
I know.
Is it? Am I allowed to guess?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm allowed to guess.
You get one guess though, and if you get it wrong, I'm staying quiet until it's done.
And if I get it right?
I don't know. We'll see.
Geez, man, you're playing fast and loose with this whole guess my kit.
Exactly.
Okay, my thought on this is that warehouse style store with a nicer looking store front.
Nope.
Ah. Well, as the tree said to the lumberjack, I'm stumped. So, yeah, I have no idea then at that point. Anthony's saying it's a home improvement store.
Nope.
Is it a Bub's Bath and Beyond? Get
Nope.
it? Instead of Bed Bath.
You already had your guess. You already had your guess.
No, but like mine was clever. My second one was really clever.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to make a Bub's Bath and Beyond. People will be like, "That's a typo," and I'm like, "Nope, that's some realness right there." I'm assuming
House of Random. No.
Tim Hortons. A feed mill store front.
Nope.
With warehouse.
Nope.
Now, if y'all think he should do a Bub's Bath and Beyond, definitely drop a comment in the. Because I think that would be amazing. Bed Bath & Beyond is filing for bankruptcy. Huh.
Yeah, I saw that. I actually heard that on Fox News here a couple of weeks ago.
I had no idea.
Thank you, Mike.
A firearm
We'll have
store.
to wait till she's done.
Oh, store with firing range.
Wait, what?
Like where you.
No. It's got a loading dock, this place.
Yeah, that's fine. There's a scene where it's like a loading dock and you get to shoot at, stuff.
No.
I don't know. You can tell I go to a lot, so.
Wigwag did. Where did? I didn't see what you said there, Wigwag. I'm looking at. No, it's not. It's not. It's not blocked, and it's not that.
What kind of store sells arms that are on fire? That's weird. I don't know, Wigwag. That's kind of wacky.
Well, he said ammunition.
Oh. Well, it's a lot better than the store that sells arms that are on fire. But
Sidetracks, no.
What do you say? An axe throwing? I've been to one of those. Those are fun. Or maybe I'm just lame. I don't know. But I did really well.
There's one in Ottawa, isn't there?
I don't know. I went to one in Woodstock. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one out here.
Well, there's a trampoline place not far from you.
Yep. Oh yeah. My kids have been there more times than I can count.
House of Random, no.
Arming bears? How do you arm a bear?
I don't know.
You have the right to a pair of bare arms. Auto tire shop. That wouldn't go with anything that he models, though. It's a good guess, but he doesn't really do like automotive stuff.
No, House of Random, and you already used up your one guess.
Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Mike needs to make a little trackside building and call it Mike's Trackside Supply.
And he has to put it next to the tracks too, on his layout.
Absolutely. Randall's back.
House of Random.
Randall,
one
if
guess
you can
in
hear me,
27
you
parts.
are muted.
No! Oh, I did that wrong. Damn.
One guess in 27 parts.
No, you don't get that. No! It's not. One guess is one guess. That's it.
I don't know.
Where's Perry, actually? I haven't seen him in a bit.
I don't know. A left-handed can opener shop.
No.
Called the Leftorium.
No.
The Leftorium. All right, James. You have yourself a good night. Or good day. It's still daytime, so still lots of daylight to be had.
Yeah. Later, James.
Do I have this backwards? I feel like I do.
Uh-oh.
It should be the... Yeah, but does that even matter? I don't know if that matters. Matters in the sense is that it's not what it says on the instructions. It's okay. We're still good. We're still good.
Like, this is a very big building, to tell you the truth.
What kind of footprint are we looking at there?
Just this part alone is 8 1/4 by 9 and 5/8.
Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's just that portion. And then when I add the front, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Oops, excuse me.
Sounds like a good size for a Bub's Bath and Beyond.
It's not a Bub's Bath and Beyond.
I don't know. If Mike was here, or not Mike, Mark, if Mark was here, he would totally
Mark
agree.
would not stop. Mark would
Actually,
just
he's still this morning.
guessing.
Probably.
Say again?
I think so. Oh, he came by this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a few things to pick up, so he stopped by and said hi and yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't here long.
No, the man's always on a mission.
Indeed. Okay, I gotta glue this in place because that's gonna bother me.
Jack's like, Mike, yes, where's Mark when you need him?
He's at Michael's picking out picture frames.
Oh. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, do I get the bottom Bristol board, like, you know, that thick board that is light but has two hard points and a bit of sponge in the middle for my building, for my foundation of the buildings, or do I get actual wood?
What are you putting on top of it?
Well, it's for the grain elevators and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Heyo.
And right when I went to the hotel, train showed up. Yeah, that was one of our NSZ trains too. It had two NS motors on it. But we got one here in the yard now, so I just gotta let my phone cool off.
Nice.
No, Anthony, it will not sell food. It is not a Costco.
I figured to put it back on the face camera. Oh.
Randall, how many of the SD 60s did you get? Did you get more than one?
Just one.
Just one. Oh, okay, okay. For some reason, I had it in my mind that you bought like 2 or 3.
No, James Galton, I think, ordered 2 of them. But I just ordered the one from Lombard. I would have liked to have ordered 2, but because Scale Trains is coming out with the Heritage Elgin Joliet and Eastern engine, I wanted to make sure I had enough saved back for it. So I didn't want to get too crazy.
Is that the next one that you're excited for?
That's the next one. That was an engine when they announced it. That was actually going to be originally my my only CN locomotive. That is until I saw the Aurora Miniatures video, and then that kind of changed everything. So,
yeah, I was able to obtain a video of 3 of the units a little bit early.
I saw that.
And yeah, I've checked it today, but it's literally almost at 10,000 views. on my Instagram, which is crazy because
4,000.
I don't normally get that much traffic.
There's an old Dash 9.
Oh yeah, let me go full screen for you here. Let me do this. So it's a pumpkin.
Wigwag, you already guessed and no.
Sorry, it was getting a little noisy. I couldn't hear what you guys were saying.
With what? What did we miss? What we said? Oh, I said I was looking down and I didn't see that you had.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you guys might have been talking to me.
No. Well, we are like looking at that big giant pumpkin that's in front of us right now, which is nice to see.
Where's number?
Yeah, that there's not sounding too healthy.
What, is she misfiring?
I don't know if it's got a blown piston or what. That's about what it sounds like. There's about a half dozen of these things that sound pretty bad.
With a blown piston, actually, wouldn't you actually be seeing white smoke coming out of her?
Well, I mean, there's just a little wisp of smoke coming out, but like I said, some of them sound worse than others and look worse than others. Yeah, there are some that sound like they're misfiring. So.
Yeah. Oh, Randall, Trackside Mike has a question for you. How many more SD60s would you get?
That was my only one.
I know, but if you could get another one, would you get any more?
Oh yeah, I mean, if they ever come out with another run, I have the money. I'll definitely get another one.
Weren't a lot of them sold off to U.S. shops?
Yeah, I got mine at Lombard Hobbies. So
no, I mean like the SD60 in general was like because we might have some left, but I mean like they put like some U.S.
Oh, so are they all completely sold out in the States or?
No, I'm talking about the real ones.
Oh,
the real ones. BNSS still has some.
Yeah, and are they
painted?
Yeah, they still have some. In fact, they got what they call the Triclops SD60, which is a 3-piece windshield version.
Yeah, the M.
There's actually one that's a remote control hump yard switcher down in Memphis.
That's a big switcher.
Yeah, they pair it with an SD75M, and that pretty much handles the yard duties down there. Of course, they got SD40-2s down there doing that too, and they got a couple of sets of yard switchers down there.
So there's a possibility that they could be doing more in the future then, but maybe some like U.S. road names at that point, which might be neat.
Well, yeah, like the FD60F right now is there's 15 working with a Aberdeen, Caroline, and Western Railway.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, and they.
I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for the C30-7 and C36-7 they're going to do. I'm highly interested in those two models.
Yeah.
Good as well. I don't think there was any road news, but
yeah,
they should still be good.
Because I already pre-ordered the Rapido version.
the C36.
I think they're just doing the C30-7. I think Aurora Miniatures is the only one I know of doing the C36.
I think Rapido's doing the C36-7.
Okay, I don't know what that was all. Well, somebody's talking, but I can't hear them.
Uh-oh.
And by that, I mean they're out of range. So they're just close enough. You can hear them keying the mic, but I can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, I get that sometimes too, especially on my scanner.
Well, these vans don't have a very wide radius anyway. I think the max is 3 miles. So you might get out there around Sedgwick, Arkansas, and you might could bump it up to about 5-mile radius. But
Well, it's a 2:15 now. I think we'll wrap things up because I still work today. So so I'll leave my kit as is. I've got to double this and make it a little bit bigger. So I'll save that for next week, and we'll throw in the towel for today. And
enjoy being on, Chris. Sorry I couldn't talk more, but
it's all good and work as usual, right? But it's good to have you on here. Good to say hey once in a while.
I appreciate it.
What's this?
I had to say, if I had to guess, this train's waiting on northbound.
Bubs.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Bubs.
Yeah.
So did you have anything else before we sign
off? Not really. Like I said, I'm going to keep this quiet until it's done.
That's fair. That's fair. One more guess. Toys R Us.
No.
No, that's fine. It is a fair guess, I guess. But all right. Well, thank you everybody for joining today. Thanks to Bubs and Randall also for jumping on there.
Thanks, Chris.
The good conversation.
Thanks a lot, bud. It's always fun.
We'll see. Oh, absolutely. Tomorrow night is Trackside Mike for the Monday night show, and then we'll be over on Mark's channel on Thursday for Third Rail Thursday. But we'll see you next week here for the Sunday brunch kit builds.
See you guys.
Everyone.